Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another airbrush video. This one's going to be a little talk through on some H&S brushes because there was a comment put on the channel. Someone came over and commented on yesterday's video saying about they'd like to sort of upgrade their airbrush to an Infinity, but the sort of price bracket is a little bit high. And them brushes, the Infinity CR Plus on its own price point today is around 176. You probably can get them cheaper, but you've probably got shipping. So ballpark UK about 176 for the brush that you see here, which is the CR Plus. This is a 0.15mm needle and nozzle setup, so this is like the finer needle, and I use this one for detail. So that's what you get for 176. You can then buy, if you wanted to pay a little bit more, you can buy the Infinity CR Plus 2-in-1. Now in the 2-in-1 box, you will get the smaller cup, you get the bigger cup, you get the 0.15 needle and nozzle setup, and then they put an extra needle and nozzle setup in the box. So you get the 0.4mm. So you can turn it to a 0.4 or a 0.15. So that's the 2-in-1, and they come out at about 209. Now, if you wanted to go a cheaper route and basically have an Infinity performance, but without a couple of bits that are on the Infinity, and I'll talk you through them bits that you won't get on the other brush, but you will get the same spraying techniques and detail with the other brush, and it will work out cheaper. And in my eyes, I think it would be a better brush, would be to go for the Evolution. Now, this is the old Evolution Solo. This is the one that was the 2-in-1, and it's got like the MAC valve on the body here. So you can adjust your air here. This is a 0.2. Now, this one was the old version, so it's not the CR Plus. Any of the H&S range that are the CR Plus are the better bodies, the better coated bodies. They've got a better finish and chrome finish to them. This one was the old one, so it's like very tarnished now, and it's not as strong a coating as the newer ones. And you'll find on the old ones, if you're using solvents a lot, you'll just tarnish the insides of the bodies and the cups. Works absolutely fine. So that's the old version. So if you wanted to go for a cheaper route and get the Infinity performance, go for the new Evolution CR Plus on a 0.15, and you can get them for around 130. And you are getting the same body, because they're all the same bodies along the front. So when you look at from here forward, all the bodies on the H&S's are all the same, unless you go for the aluminium one, which would be an aluminium body. But the actual characteristics of the bodies are all the same. It's just the needle and nozzle setups, and sometimes the backs of the bodies, like you've got the back of the Infinity here, you've got your cutaway. So on the new Evolution, you don't get the cutaway. You will have a body like that to the back, and it's just smooth with no adjuster to the back, which I prefer because I don't use these to dial my trigger in. You'll just have a nice smooth back on the Evolution CR Plus. The new Evolution CR Plus has the same prong cap as the Infinity. Same trigger, but it's not got the gold bar, so you're getting the same trigger, same cup, same front body. The back part of the Infinity, the difference thing that you get on the Infinity to the Evolution is you get your gold piece on here with the little holes in, and you get a spring tensioner. Now, the spring tensioners are good because you can then set the tension of your spring when you pull back. So if you like a nice soft spring, if you're working for long periods of time, if you've got a tight spring, you can really feel it in your finger after a certain amount of time using it. But this, you can adjust it and put the tension to where you want it. Now, I usually set this to a certain tension and then leave it at that. I very rarely touch the spring tensioner once it's set, I just leave it. If you've got the Evolution, the new one, and you want to make the spring in the Evolution softer, what you can do is you can take the actual back piece off like that, and where you've got your spring inside the Evolution, which is just a standard spring like that, you could clip a couple of coils off the spring to make it shorter, and that will make you a softer spring. If you wanted to put more tension into it, just grab both ends of the spring and give it a slight pull and stretch your spring out, and that will put more tension back in your spring. So you can do it that way. You can adapt the spring to exactly how you want it that way if you've not got the tensioner. To buy the tensioner for the Evolution, if you wanted to buy the tensioner, because you can buy these parts, you could buy the tensioner piece probably for around £40, but then that puts your Evolution from 130 going up to the price point of the Infinitec. So it's like a £40–50 difference, and you're sort of gaining this part here and the cutaway in the handle. Me personally, I don't like the cutaways. I don't use these. Yes, the spring tensioner is good, but once you've got it set, it's very rare you're setting it again. You get it comfortable for yourself, you set it, and it's good to go. If you've got the Evolution and you want to soften your spring, chop a coil out of it, put it in, try it with one coil chopped out, feel the tension. If you want it a little bit softer, just pinch another one out and put that in. It's cheaper to replace a spring than it is to buy that mechanism there to put on your brush. So that is a cheaper way of going about it. The upgrade that I did to this old Evolution, I changed the needle and nozzle to the new V2, which is the 0.2mm, so it's the new version of the needle and nozzle, which has got a finer taper to it. And I also opted for the new needle and nozzle in the Infinitec, which is the newer version, on this. So I hope that helps. I hope I've explained it as best I can for you. So you can go a cheaper route. At 130 you'll be getting a really nice brush. Do the hack to it where you put your 2 PTFE washers onto your body there, where you put your spring in here like this. That then sits into the body there. I just put the chuck on the back. So it goes together sort of like that, and you've got your 2 extended washers on the end here, and that will bring your trigger response really nice and make it absolutely on point with either of the brushes. So I hope that's helped what I've explained. I will see you in tomorrow's video where we are in the body shop and we're back on the big guns. So it's going to be good to get on some base coating and some clear coating. I know it's Fenders, guys, but it's always good to be going back to the big guns and keeping up on your base coating and your clear coating, just keeping it on point when you're a custom painter. So thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe, press that notification, and I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy, guys.